Last time we talked, things were still a little bit fresh in Eugene. You feel like you're more settled now. You're more part of this community, part of this
Yeah,
team.
yeah. I definitely think with time, you build more connections. Yeah, just make those relationships with the guys, and yeah, I think we're a really connected group right now. It really feels like a family in that locker room, and just excited to get into it on Wednesday. So.
Can you explain just why Oregon, what portal life was like for you, and just why Oregon?
Yeah, I think it's just a challenge for myself, honestly. Just taking that next step, I wanted to have something that, or just be in an environment. And I heard positive things from my brother, obviously. But just being in an environment where you're surrounded by the resources you need, as well as the level of competition that I desired, and so yeah, it was a pretty quick portal life for me. It was only like a week or so, but no, I'm super glad I made the decision, and I think I'm just ready to get into this new competition and just get after it.
What aspects of your brother's approach to the game here at Oregon do you maybe want to replicate this fall?
Yeah, I think he's a football geek, right? He's always studying, and his love for the game. I think it shines through in the way that he plays, and I don't feel like that comes very hard for me either. But it's definitely something I want to replicate. Just that bringing that passion first and that energy for the game primarily, and like I think if you lead with that, the right discipline, the right habits will follow. So. Yeah, just definitely want to dive into the work, dive into the film room, everything I could do to get better, and just bring that that positive energy that he always brought
How
to the
much
game.
studying of last year's defense have you done for this team, and what things do you guys look to improve on this camp?
Yeah, I've done a ton. Honestly, I've been with Coach Lanning, Coach Hamp, a few other GAs and stuff. Just trying to get a better grasp of the little technicalities that they want in the technique, or what they want to see from different positions, and so I'm picking it up little by little. I'm hoping this fall camp I'll be able to really just dive in and get it down pretty well, because I'm looking to just be the know-it-all for that defense, and fix whatever is necessary during a play, and I feel like if I get that grasp of all levels of the defense, then we'll be in a pretty good spot.
What kind of role has the coaches sort of ironed out for you? Where do you see your fit?
I think I'm stepping into a little bit of a leadership role, just with my experience with college football, kind of just knowing how long the season is, and knowing where people's head can go, like people's mentalities as the season wears on. It's difficult to uphold the standard for however many weeks you're going into, all the way into January if possible. And so, I think I'm stepping into a little bit of a leadership role, and it's not too unfamiliar for me, but it's definitely, on a bigger stage and a bigger, it's a little difficult just with, stepping into a program and just immediately having to be that person that people are looking up to. But, I love those type of challenges, and Coach Lanning has definitely made it an emphasis to, for me to be more vocal, for me to be that type of guy that people can look to uphold that standard. And so, as I said, it's a little bit of a challenge, but, I'm ready for it, and I'm just attacking it full strength. So,
does it make it easier to step into that leadership role when you kind of already have a familial legacy here, and people know, what you're kind of bringing to the table?
Yeah, definitely, coming in your first days, people are, oh, Lil Bennett, like, oh, his little brother. I mean, my brother obviously left a pretty healthy, reputation here. So it definitely helped initially just coming into, but I still think the challenges of earning respect and, in that aspect on the field and stuff is, you definitely have to earn it. It's not just given to anybody because your brother played here. And so I understand that. And I think I'm just taking every day as an opportunity to, show the guys how passionate I am about the game, how passionate I am about, this family that we're creating. And I think that's going to breed some good things.
Are you the type of person to set out individualistic goals before the season? And if so, what are the type of goals you're looking at in this season?
I like to set pretty lofty goals. Usually I won't achieve, like mom and dad were always throwing out going, oh, I need 10 picks this year. I'm like, 10's a lot, but I'll reach for it. Some goals for this year. I'm not sure that I have any real numbers for you, other than to just, make an impact and make this defense, more feared. I think in years prior, they maybe lacked a little discipline in a couple aspects, and I think if we could just get all on the right cylinder, all in the right, same mentality, working together, I think we can definitely be dangerous this year just with the talent that we have. So just focusing on bringing everybody together and just building that connection aspect of it, and just being a force come this season.
Sometimes we see younger siblings have chips on their shoulders, though, constantly being compared to older siblings. Do you see that? Does that drive you? Want to be? I'm Evan. I'm not Bennett's younger brother.
Yeah, naturally, if you hear, people will call you Bennett on accident, or and it's totally unintentional. Like, I get it. We look alike, and in that aspect. So I don't take offense, but yeah, obviously it sits in the back of your head for a little bit if it repeatedly happens. So yeah, I guess a little chip, a little extra motivation you could get from that, but it's not the primary sense of motivation. I think just trying to go out there and establish a name for this team this year is probably the most primary motivation, but it definitely a little chip on my shoulder will exist for a while.
When we talked in spring, I asked you who was the harder hitter between you and Ben, and you said it was you. Did he have any words for you about that?
I don't know if he
Did he
saw
ever hear
that
about
clip.
that?
I hope he didn't see that clip. He probably wouldn't agree too much, but no, I'm sticking by it. If he sees this one, you can know. He knows. I hope he knows, but yeah.
Talk about wanting the defense to be feared. Are there any guys who you've seen throughout spring camp and throughout the summer who you think will help add to that fear when opposing teams are scouting the defense? Who stood out to you?
We gotta. I think at all levels we have some guys that are ready to come in and just make plays. Say at corner we got Kyrie, we got Dante Manning, just a couple guys that are stepping up and putting some force into that position. Let me think. Jordan Burch, Casey Rogers, some guys on the O-line, B-Wo, Brandon Dorless, continually making a point to, be a force on that D-line. And then at backers, we got some experience with Maul and Bassa. So I just think at all levels we're really well-rounded, and if we could get all on the same page on that field, it's going to be dangerous.
Connection is such a big thing with Dan. 50 newcomers. What kind of challenges does that pose, from the defensive side to grow those connections? And with 50 newcomers, why is that word connection so important?
Yeah, as you said, 50 newcomers, it's a bit of a melting pot out there. You just have people from all over the country, a bunch of transfers. So it's a blend of personalities, a blend of people from, different locations. So I've always thought that connection is, primary to make any team work. You don't have to have the highest level of talent as long as everybody knows what each other's doing and everybody trusts that everybody's going to, execute their job. And so, yeah, he's definitely put an emphasis this year, and I think rightfully so with all those newcomers that you're talking about. But it's been odd how easily it's worked out for us. How it feels like I've known these guys for a long time, even though I've only known them for half a year, 5 months. So I think just his intentionality with bringing that connection into the culture has definitely helped us so far, and I think if we continue to preach that this fall camp, some good things are bound to happen.
What excites you?
Last question.
What excites you about the defense? You said you want them to be feared. Where's the excitement come from to have that kind of expectation or that hope?
I think it's just a blend of everything we've been talking about. A blend of the connection piece, a blend of I think we have a real mentally and physically tough team this year, as well as the talent. Bringing in a bunch of guys that have shown that they're capable of producing on any given Saturday. And I think you bring a couple of those flavors in, a couple of people from all over the country that are making plays and stuff, and put them in one spot. And as I said, as long as we continue to preach that connection and make sure that we're a family out there, I think we have a great chance of being really successful.